Hey, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Danny Shea, back from being horizontal for most of the day. I want to thank you all for your well wishes and your healing energy. Thank you so, so much. For those that didn't know, my wife and I both got COVID. She got it just after Christmas. I got it from her. Why doesn't she just keep that nasty stuff to herself? She's a giver. She likes to share. So anyway, your prayers did help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are on the mend. It's just a nasty thing. And speaking of nasty things, the flooding in California, our weather patterns. And it's just not in California. It's, it can hit anywhere. And so I go back, it's not, I just go back to be as prepared as you can. We lost power a couple of times. And when you lose power in the day, it's okay. When you lose power at night, it's scary as hell. Because you think, well, I'll be able to see without lights. It gets really dark out there. I'm always amazed. It's like, I don't know why, but I'm always amazed when the power shuts off and all the street lights go off. It's dark. So if you don't know where your flashlight is, you're stumbling around, knocking things over and making a bigger mess. So be as prepared as you can. It's never going to be enough, just letting you know, but it's going to be better than if you never did. You're going to be just more comfortable. It's more comfortable having a little teeny flashlight so that you can at least see something versus not. All right. The other thing too is just send some light out all around the planet, and wherever it's needed, drop it down, give some aid and comfort, send some angels, even to wherever, and let them use the Mr. Moore prayer that he does in the morning. I don't have it here, or I'd say it. Anyway, enough. Well, it's not enough of that. So let's get into a little bit of politics. So I wasn't able to read politics. Well, I could have, but my brain was so scattered, it would have been difficult. Not that it would have really mattered. Whoa, because big wins. Because it's just goofy. I mean, it makes no sense. I loved Hakeem Jeffries' alphabet and Miss Porter. Let's just chill and read a book. Now that woman knows what to do. Just chill and read a book. It was interesting. I was hoping I could catch up on a lot of YouTube. Some of my favorite readers that I haven't been catching up on, and I couldn't focus. I couldn't. It was just too hard, which is weird because it's YouTube. It's flipping cards. I know it, but it was still too hard to focus, and I'd switch. But what I could watch was the shit show on MSNBC. And I'm thinking of that and I'm going, what kind of pull is that? I mean, it's the same crap. I mean, over and over and over 15 times, but yet I was sucked into it in a way. And I'm going, is it like sugar? What is it with that? Anyway, I was, thrilled that it didn't go another couple of rounds. And then the Republicans spinning it like, oh, it's a process. Oh, bullshit. It was a S show. Okay, let's just look into see what. So here's my intuitive take on this. That show upset enough moderate Republicans that they're going to be working with the Democrats. They're not going to go over with this MAGA crowd. The MAGA crowd is bigger than we think it is, unfortunately. And they're going to spin this so that it's the process. It's the messy democracy process. And we all know it's not. You know, it's all about Bouffant Boy trying to get his mug on TV and all these. But they're creating such infighting that there is going to be some fairly good legislative wins, I think. We'll take a look at that. Let's look at the debt ceiling too, because that was the other thing. Oh, yeah. Maybe I won't even look at it. But as soon as they talked about, the McCarthy winning, then they start the fear-based thing with, oh, the debt ceiling. They're not going to raise the debt ceiling. And I'm like, okay, now that's a process that we need to go through. Don't inject that fear right into it. I mean, there's enough fear that we can inject into it. But, okay, let's just take a look. The Republican cards don't want to shuffle. Are there, let's just look at the Republican Party again. We've talked about this time and time again, and a lot of what us readers have been saying is that the Republicans are going to be jumping ship. They're going to be divided. They're going to be, they're not staying with the MAGA crowd. Don't you love that Donald Trump lost again? Sorry. All right, Republican Party in Congress. Oh, I just messed up my cards. Hang on. Okay. So I'm going to be reading these cards right side up, even if a couple of them are upside down. And what I want to know is, because we had 10 holdouts, and I heard the word we, and it's because we, as a nation, we are part of this as show, sadly. And I want to know, because those 20, 10, 6, whatever number it was, that were the holdouts, and it was mainly, a lot of it was Matt Gaetz, but there was a lot of others too. Because those, in my opinion, terrorists, because they're scary as hell, were holding McCarthy up for ransom, and he caved in. But it was a process. Are there going to be moderate Republicans that grow a pair and say enough is enough? Are there going to be enough? There are going to be some moderates that band together to move this country forward, that say enough is enough. There's a lot of judgment going around. And people are pissed. They're not digging this at all. They are not. King of Swords. Let me drop it down and we can go through some of this together. You good? So we have the judgment being covered by the King of Swords. The government is at the base. The Five of Wands, the fighting, the infighting is in the past as it relates. Now, I think about the word past and potential future. Because we think of linear time frames, I do anyway. I go, oh, is that in the past? No, that's what's currently affecting all of this. So past probably isn't really the right word, as potential future isn't really the right word, but it's the one that I've used over and over and over. And so that's what's coming out now. At the top of the reading is the world. Oh, I guess we're going to need to look at Brazil. And in the potential near future, sadness. Five of Cups. And that's certainly what we were doing last week, just going, oh my God. And I guess McCarthy is setting up the rules package, and maybe that's where that is right now. Let's just keep going. Internally, they have a decision to make. The Two of Wands. And this is, the question was the moderate Republicans, are they going to stand up? And they're looking at this and they go, yeah, we have a decision. We have the world looking at us. Because he's got the little world in his hand. And is this kind of where we want to be? The potential, not the potential, in the external positions. Here's all the sadness from that Five of Cups. Is the Four of Cups though. 3 cups are spilled. 1 is up. They're not looking at the full cups. This is interesting though. I love this card because it flips it a little bit. You've got 4 full cups, and then you have a 5th cup, which counteracts this. This is wah, 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 crying over spilled milk. He's got 3 upside down cups, 2 cups that are full. This card, he's got 5 full cups, but they're still, going, look at the 3 cups that we spilled. So there is an offer that's coming out. So and I'm being drawn to the blue of that card. And hopes and fears are the Empress. Let me see if we get that. There we go. It's the Empress. And the final outcome is the Queen of Wands. Cooler heads prevailing. Now, queens can be male or female. It's just the energy of, it's not like the King of Swords where he like slices off people's heads. He's so sharp. But there's a forward-looking, passionate, intuitive queen in the Wheel of Fortune. So we're seeing this play out, and here's another young idea coming out from unexpected sources. So there's this thing that we need to play out, and we need to let this spin around, this craziness spin. And when we're done with it, we're going to have a new way of looking at things, a new way to look at the world. So we're just running through some stuff. There's a lot of bickering, but we've got the world card, we got the judgment card, and we have the Hierophant, the higher order. So all in a row, we have the strength of the US. It's not going to be the same as what we thought it was or what we had in the past. We have something new coming. And it's taking the form of a fish. And in California, I can believe it. All right, so let's take a look. I mentioned Brazil, so let's quickly take a look at Brazil. Let's quickly look at Brazil. And I hope that, let me kick this up, sorry. And I hope that we don't lose power here. This is like crazy winds. And we're not into the big part of the storm down here yet. Up north has been just getting hammered. Places like Truckee. Who would ever live in Truckee? Just kidding. I'm just kidding now. Come on. All right. Truckee is near Donner Pass, near Lake Tahoe. And my neighbor just got back from skiing. He said it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Brazil. All right, let's look at Brazil real quick. So what has been going on with there is that they had their own J6 style where a bunch of Bolsonaro's election deniers stormed the Capitol. And Lulu, the current president, was out of the country. But it was ugly. I haven't really looked at it, but Bolsonaro is in Florida. They do have there is an extradition treaty in the US and Brazil, but it's unclear, obviously. And he's a little mini Trump. He ain't so mini though. But compared to Trump, he's mini. Eat another cheeseburger. All right. Brazil, 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 Brazil. Yeah. They're kind of fighting each other. They're fighting themselves. Well, yeah, the election deniers, right? It's like, no, we won, no. But this guy is fighting windmills. They don't have proof. It's the same crap that Carrie Lake and all these election deniers keep throwing up there. We have proof, but nobody shows the proof. The fighting. 10 of Wands, the heavy burden, the heavy load. The Hierophant, 2 of Cups, and the wild ride. Let's just drop this down. So it's not going to be easy, and we kind of knew it. We good there? Yeah, there we are. So we kind of knew it. So this guy is fighting just an imaginary foe, Brazil. It's like, and the two sides are just pointing fingers. I won, no, I won, no, I won. It's silly. But Brazil has a struggle ahead of them. However, they are going to manage it because look how well they are stacking those troubles. They've got him in a neat pack on his back so he can see the future. He can see the road ahead. Behind him is the government that is going to maybe stop some of this bickering and lead him on a little wild ride. Okay, they're going to be on a wild ride, but you got that guy with the six-pack abs, man. He'll be able to deal with it. He can ride this beast. And then there's a partnership that they're engaged in. So this partnership, let's just take a look at this partnership a little bit. Let me clarify this partnership, because this is all I'm going to go with Brazil, because I don't really know it that well. Wow. Yikes. I wish I could show you what's going on out here. It is crazy. All right, focus, Danny. What is this partnership? What is the partnership? What is the partnership? Oof. They are dealing with the same kind of crap that we are. There's heartbreak that is forging this alliance that we have. It's karmic. They have to go through this stuff so that they can become better. But they're still kind of hanging on. This is, and to me, this is hanging on to the government. This is creating a partnership so that they can hang on to their greatness. And you look at this card, and this guy is sitting in an upper floor of an office building. That is, so they've got so much in Brazil and they can't go backwards anymore. So he's kind of hanging on because of this wild ride that they're on. But I think that okay, I'm going to keep going. I think they're going to come out fine. You've got the devil. I wonder who that can be. Internal, which is why they're fighting windmills. External, King of Swords. So they've got some legal things coming up that are going to knock some of this devil-ishness away. Hopes and fears that the fool will leave, or that they're going to be starting on a new journey. And you have the Nine of Cups, the wish card. New beginnings. One more. Okay, so they've got the wish card, they've got their new beginnings, but they have to review what they have, and their economy is in need of some help. And I'm getting a draw to that Two of Cups. So they got a tough road ahead because they're fighting windmills, and they got the Ten of Wands on their back. So it's not going to be easy for them. The other thing I wanted to look at as we lift up. Thank you. I hope I didn't scare anybody. The last two things I want to look at is in some of the themes for 2023, the predictions, I was trying to listen to some of them. And it's super important that we don't give up our power when there are predictions and we just don't go, oh, that's going to happen. We have a say in it. We get to change things by our thoughts, by what we want. If we want to stay in fear and keep watching MSNBC, that's our choice. Or we can shut it off and we can think of how we want the world to be. Go out into nature and just chill out in nature and listen to the sounds and go, this is what I want. I want to hear these sounds more than the bickering and the fighting, and just let go of that bickering and fighting. Don't even bring that in. Okay. So, but one of the things I saw was from October through April of 2023. So October 2022, April 2023, there, the full moons, they are all within 16 degrees of their sign. They're all at 16 degrees of their sign, plus or minus a little bit. And the 16 is what in the tarot deck? It's the Tower. So we are going to be like, it feels like we're going to be smacked down, lightning bolts, people falling out of the skies, not literally, and and then rising up for a new beginning. So I just feel like it's just going to be this roller coaster. So I wanted to read on it, but I thought maybe I should just ask somebody who would know more. And so we're going to go into a little fortune telling here, and I'm going to ask the fortune telling duck. Now, some of you say, well, Danny, just looks like a rubber ducky, and it could even be a fireman rubber ducky. It's not, because it came with a card, the fortune telling duck. So, fortune telling duck. Doesn't even make a noise. His future predictions, you really have to listen to him. Okay, I'll listen. What is the purpose of these full moons, all within 16 degrees of their sign? Can I share that? What do you mean, no? Okay. It's going to be a wild ride. I told you. Okay. Let's take a look at artificial intelligence. Oh, and then I want to look at Jack Smith, and then I'm done. Artificial intelligence. And I want to use my contact cards for this. AI is becoming more and more prevalent. I got a thing up from Google on my email that says, your blah, blah, blah is set to active or whatever. And I went, well, okay, whatever. And then I got another email, your apps and web something are active. And I go, oh, okay. So I Googled what the hell they were talking about. And it's like, you're being tracked. Whatever you type out, obviously in searches, and I think in emails, I'm not sure, but they're being tracked. And I went, oh, hell no. So, I mean, there's a convenience to that in a way, and then there's like downright scary in another way. So, certainly artificial intelligence can take some of the angst and the guesswork out of things if you have the right program in there. but it can also be wildly abused. Now, I would hate for certain politicians to have control over where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, and that's not it. But I don't want them tracking me. I just don't trust them. So I want to ask the contact cards, what lesson do we need to be aware of in using artificial intelligence? Because certainly it's great for medical things. You can put a little chip in you and it monitors your blood sugar. It gives you a little bit of, I don't know, medical advances. I can see that. I can also see the downside to it. In your car, you have these chips that are connected to the internet that tell you where you're going, where you are, your phones, all that stuff. I know. Some of you guys are thinking, no, that's the vaccine that is tracking you. No, it's your cell phone. I wonder if I'm going to get blocked for that. Entertainment only. Entertainment. Where'd my card go? Ah! Entertainment. It's entertainment only. I don't know where my cards went. I had 4 of them. Okay. AI. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Using my constant contact cards. What do we need to know in dealing with artificial intelligence from the galactic beings? The Seeker. Anunnaki. Sounds like it sounds like something to eat. Is that rude? Could be. Anyway, the beginnings. So we're in the very beginning of this stage. The conditions is the cargo ship. So it's coming and it's big and there's a lot of information that is coming with it. The messages from the guides are Nibiru. Hang on one second. Nibiru. Messages from the guides are, and Nibiru is a mystery card. It's like it's an unknown card. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. The process is a star card and it's pulsar. And this pulsar, it's like a flashing light. It's like warning, warning. It's getting our attention a little bit. And the outcome is binary stars. And to me, this looks like, there's 2 ways to look at it, right? But this is also a synchronicity card. Let me drop this down and y'all can see. Okay, so AI, we have the new beginning. We have a lot of information that is coming, abundance. But there is a mystery here. There's a warning here. And the outcome is we have to not rely on it 100%, but we have to find a way where it benefits us, where there's a synchronicity to it, a push and pull. So it just can't be that we rely on this for everything. And we all know this. But this pulsar up at the top, that is really a little bit of caution. Be careful where this technology is going and what you are allowing in your own life. So I'm going to go back and double check that Google web app setting that I have and see what that's all about, because I don't want Google tracking me. All right, let's, I was going to read on one more thing. Oh, Jack Smith, Jackie's in town. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Let's stop with the work. Let's bring on some indictments. I don't know. All right, let's just take a look. I'm using my One World Tarot. Jack. So I had somebody ask me if Jack's work in The Hague, if he was paying attention to this, or is this going to help him? And I'm sure it is. Let's just see, Jack Smith. You know, I hardly even want to focus on it because I just want to just do your work and get on with it. Get on with it. And I can understand why, you know, you wanted Donald Trump to have a, you know, a good Christmas. So you had the holidays, blah, 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 blah. You had the transfer of power in the Congress. But now all that's over. And we have tower moments on every full moon. Certainly this last full moon for me was, whoa, it's crazy. Jack Smith, 411, where are you now? How are you feeling in Washington, D.C.? What are you thinking? Settling in. How much does he have to settle in? I mean, is his office all set up? You know, when you go into a new workplace, kind of make your space your own a little bit. Or does he not even care? I got a file. Let's start opening them up. Does he have any flowers in his office? Or just an air purifier? An ionizer. Okay, Jack Smith, 411. Walking away from sorrow. I don't feel like that's him walking away from sorrow. The High Priestess. I also feel, sorry, I had a little coughing fit and I forgot I had a microphone on. So even if I turned my head, it would have blown your ears out. So anyway, Eight of Cups, High Priestess, King of Wands, Queen of Swords. Yes, yes, yes. Eight of Wands. Okay. Let's just drop this down and you can see what I see. This is what I see. So walking away from sorrow. I don't think this is, as I said, I don't think this is him. I think this is, he's looking at all these full cups here and he's going, it's kind of like whack-a-mole. Which one do I pick up? Which sorrow do I pick up? They're all full. He's got them. It's all laid out. He's got them. The High Priestess. This is an interesting card to cover this walking away. This Eight of Cups energy. And he's keeping things so close to the chest with what he's going to do, which I really appreciate. But he's also tapping into a higher source to make sure that everything is all lined up, and that these cups are all, I mean, they're precariously perched. So he's got things, and it feels like it's just all set up, ready to go. He's just waiting on the right time. I don't know what that means yet. The Knight of Wands. So he comes riding into DC, and he's got, it feels like, he's still trying to get his legs underneath him a little bit. No pun intended, since he just crashed his bicycle and got out of the hospital. But he's getting his legs underneath him just a little bit. He's got this Queen of Swords energy. So although he's going into Washington, and I know he's been there before, I know, but every time you go in there, there's a new dynamic. There's a new ebb and flow to the energy in DC. He's bringing this no nonsense Queen of Swords energy, fair but no BS. And at the top of the reading is the Eight of Wands. That Eight of Wands is information flying very, very fast. I'm just looking at the card. The river behind him, the emotional flow, how it twists and turns, that's going to give us this new information. We may be like in this roller coaster, twisting and turning of emotions with the information that comes out. This is, and what I'm hearing is, it's not all, it's not going to be all great for us, and it's not going to be horrible for us. It's going to be a balance, but it's a wild ride for us. And in the final outcome is the Judgment card. So, I think it's just, let's not keep, let's just live our lives. Let them do their job. Let us do our job, flipping cards. And there it is. Okay, I'm going to straighten this out. All right. I'm going to pause one more. For those of you who are still with me, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Please like and subscribe. Geez, I lost a whole bunch of subscribers. I'm sick, and I lost a whole bunch of subscribers. And as I was shuffling this deck, I got a new card that popped out, and it's this one, the Cetacean Whale. So I guess that's what we need to be listening to, and it's the shamanic journey. So this card is suggesting that we do a John Prine, right? Blow up your TV, move to the country, eat a lot of peaches, raise a bunch of kids. You probably have already raised a bunch of kids. Just find a way to be in nature more. Find a way to listen to nature more, not listen to the AI of TV. It's an imbalance. And you know that they have AI in their TVs. So as much as you can, and I say this all the time. And so those subscribers who left, yay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be good to each other. Peace and love.